My 35F husband, 35M, is like Jekyll and Hyde. Been married for 8 years, together for 9 and have 2 children under the age of 10. We got pregnant before we were ready for kids but were able to make a stable home for our kids, despite periodical ups and downs. We both work full-time and have steady careers and seemingly all is fine. However, my husband has been going through several life changes lately that have resulted in more time away from the kids, more money, but also more time to ruminate on the past. He is hung up on people I've dated in the past, over 10 years ago. Despite the fact that I rarely communicate with anyone outside of our family and direct co-workers. Now I get periods where he is sweet and kind to me, communicates often and shows affection. When his anxiety rears back around, there will be a week or more at a time where he can't even look me in the eye, doesn't communicate at all and shows little to no affection. I feel so hated and am so tired of the ups and downs. Anyone experience anything similar and have advice to share? I want to keep a steady home for my children but I don't know that I can go on like this much longer. Too long did not read. My husband of 9 years is haunted by the past and his moods swing heavily between being affectionate and extremely cold to me. Don't know how to address, but it's making my life miserable. Could be he's projecting his actions onto you. All these changes happening, you might want to look into who he's talking to. It's typical for someone doing something wrong to project their actions onto the innocent spouse as a way to deflect from their own actions. Do you have an open phone policy with him? If not, see what happens when you suggest it, bring it up and hand him yours, then ask to see his in return right then. Don't give him time to comb through and delete anything. Personally, I probably divorce Dr. Jekyll after Mr. Hyde made an appearance. He needs therapy, desperately. Your children are without a doubt picking up on this. It sounds like counseling or individual therapy might be something to suggest to him. Or if this was triggered by work stress, maybe it isn't worth the additional money. He could probably benefit from anti-anxiety or anti-depression medication. Insist he see a doctor ASAP. Give him a deadline and an ultimatum if necessary. Your children will be affected if this continues. Does he feel inadequate in some respect? Stuck? Less than? Impotent to control outcomes? More like an actor staying on script than the one creating the narrative? Sounds like drugs. If he was not like this before, then more than likely there's some sort of chemical or alcohol issue going on. It could also be some mental health issue of some sort, but I'm leaning toward chemicals. I would say there's a perceived inequity on his part. And even though he may not consciously acknowledge it, every part him wants to get the hell out of Dodge. How to change it? Nobody here can really say, but in my experience, get a babysitter, schedule time off, make plans that align with his interests, do the things you did in the beginning and make it a priority. I know it's a two-way street, so it's not your job to accommodate him, but if you want it to work, I'd say make an effort to meet halfway and see what he thinks. My life before, work, kids, cooking, cleaning, sleep, repeat. It was Groundhog's Day and I hated it. And the only answer I got from my now ex was deal with it, it's life. Maybe try to break the cycle.